Well, a good win for our guys. I mean, we basically did what we should have done tonight. You know, we were a more talented basketball team than they were. And but what's exciting about tonight is that we played well. We really defended exceptionally well for the first 20 minutes of the game. And as you could see the second half, this team can shoot. I mean, they're shooting over the course of 5 games, they're shooting 39% as a team from 3. So I think that gives you some indication of how good defensively we were early in the ball game. So really pleased with that. Really pleased that we didn't give up second shots tonight. And I thought we shared the ball pretty well. I honestly think that the last 2 groups probably played offensively better than our starters did. We get the ball gets stuck in our hands sometimes in that starting group, but those are things we're learning and growing with right now. Well, I was impressed with, and it's really nice for us to be able to get guys like Mike Schlotman, Jack Whitman, guys that are going to be really key players for us this year on the floor a little bit more tonight. And then to get some of those young players, you know, Oliver Tott did some nice things for us. Connor Birchfield shows that he can really play the game too. Greg Malinowski had a really nice ball game for us. He's a guy that we think is going to be in our top 7 or 8 players. And he played with more confidence tonight, a little more poise on the floor tonight. And, you know, we have a very young basketball team. I mean, even when you look at our top 8, I saw this in print the other day when in the last game we played 8 players and 5 of those 8 are freshmen or sophomores. So we have a lot of growing to do and a lot of maturing to do. But what I was really pleased with tonight is we did what we were supposed to do. Long story, no real conflicts. You know, we needed home games, and we honestly couldn't get people to play us at home. And so we were sort of going to find one or not play one. And this ended up developing for us fairly late in the process. I don't like to do that this time of year, honestly. But, you know, one of the things we face here, not a complaint, it's a fact, but is that with our 2 weeks of exams, we have to play games when we can get them. You know, we play a lot of 3-game weeks, which most college teams don't have to do. So, no, I would prefer not to play 4 games in the first 8 days or 9 days, whatever it is. But we do, and we'll deal with it, you know. Yeah, a little hard to assess it right now. I mean, I think we can see the talent Jack has. He's obviously, you know, rushing himself a little bit right now. I mean, not only has Jack not played in a basketball game in a year and a half, but he missed our entire fall program, and he's probably only had about 8 practices this year. So, you know, he's very raw right now, and it shows, but he's going to be a real key player for us this year, I think. I think he and Sean can be a really nice 1-2 punch for us inside. Oh, everything, basically. You know, 1 week into the season, there's not anything I'm really feel like we're there with. I'd love to see us shoot the ball like we did tonight. I think this team still has to prove, you know, it can be a great offensive team. What I'm excited about is when we buy into it and do things the right way, we're proving we can be pretty good defensively. Now, we'll play better teams than we did tonight. I understand that. But, you know, we held Howard to you know, what was it, 16, 17 points at half, 20% shooting. No, we didn't do it the second half, so that's a step this team has to make. If we truly want to consider ourselves a contender, we have to play 40 minutes of basketball. And what we've got a chance now to do is go on the road, you know, against a Conference USA team and see what we can do, get a chance to get a great road win for us. Well, I told Daniel Dixon before the season started, sat down in my office one-on-one with him, and I said, this team will go as far as you take us. And I really mean that. I think, obviously, he doesn't have to be our leading scorer. I don't mean that. But I think he's that important to this team because he can defend, he can pass, he can rebound. He's not always going to shoot the ball as well as he did tonight, but he can score, you know. And we also had a conversation with Daniel yesterday that we've been not displeased because he's played solid basketball, but he needs to give us more. And he did that tonight. He was very aggressive. And he just continued to take shots when they're available, but he can impact this team in so many areas.
I thought we played really well, offensively and defensively. I thought our execution was really good. I thought we shared the ball well. I thought everybody played well from top to bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really good, especially before we're about to go on the road to Rice, just to execute pretty well. especially after Florida, where we didn't do so great on the execution side, just to all come in here and share the ball real well, talk on defense, and play great on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good preparation, and I like that we're doing it early in the season, so guys can get used to it and know how to take care of their bodies and be ready to go.
Yeah, well, we've just been trying to share the ball and play hard every possession. That's what coaches really stress in practice. Just making sure whether it's after the day after a game in practice or an off week, just to go hard every play, every day.
I think rebounding is definitely one thing. Offensive execution is another thing. Defensively, we're always trying to improve every game, which I think we've made some strides in, definitely.